What's up, guys? So in today's video, I'm going to show you how to take all of those car parts you have sitting around and turn them into some cash to build your race car. So this right here is my shop and I sell car parts, and I'm going to tell you everything you need to know to sell car parts on eBay. So the first thing you're going to want to do is just create an eBay account. This is after you create the eBay account, it's super easy. You can just go here and say G35 sun visor or whatever you're looking for. And you can search up the parts there. What I generally do is I just go on eBay and type in G35 sun visor, right? So you can do this, and then you're gonna come down here to the bottom left and you can go sold and completed items. Now, what this is gonna show you is how many of them are actually selling, how much is it selling for, and how often are they selling. So that one sold for $13.80. That isn't even worth selling. This one sold for $30. So yeah, you could do that and make, after the shipping fees, you're probably talking like $10 to ship that item, like $4 or $5 in eBay fees. So you might make $15 selling a sun visor off a G35. Now, if you have a pair of them, a pair sold on April 11th for $60. So again, you're probably making about $40 if you sell something like that. But the most important thing is just looking up the parts that you have, going down here to the sold items and completed items, and just see how much things are selling for, because you might have stuff on your car that you think is trash and somebody might give you 50 or $100 for it on eBay. Now, I do a lot of my eBay listings on the eBay mobile app, and on the mobile app, you can search up sold and completed items. And when you find an item that's like yours, you can basically just click on it and it'll show a little tab on your phone that says sell similar item, meaning it will basically copy and paste all of the information from that ad onto the one on your ad on your phone. And then you can edit it and change the color and things like that, and then you put in your price. Another thing I'm going to mention is I always do free shipping. It's a lot more likely that somebody buys your item with free shipping because they don't have to look at something and then add on the shipping and everything else. So if it's $60 plus $15 shipping, it's $75. I would rather list it for $72.99 free shipping. It's just more likely to sell the items, and it makes it much easier for people buying it to look at it and just see the total price right there. Now, the next thing you're going to want to do is get a eBay label printer. This is just a Jaden's one. This one was, I believe, like $40 on Amazon. It came with the rolls and everything. It works great. It honestly works really well. I just printed out some labels over there for that box. I've been using it for a couple months now and haven't had a single issue with this label printer. It works really well. So one of the good advantages to selling things on eBay is you have a huge market of people. You can sell anything to anyone in the world. If you sell it on eBay, all you have to do is send it to their shipping center. I believe it's in Atlanta, and there's one other spot. But they basically handle everything for you. I've sold parts to people in Japan. I've sold parts to people in Australia. You basically put it in a box, package it well, send it off to eBay, and they send it to the customer in a different country. So that's one good advantage of selling things on eBay is you have literally everybody in the world that shops on eBay is your customer. Now, making money while building a car, it's possible to do it. Example, I just put together the G35 for Zeth. We pulled out most of the interior stuff and a lot of things that we didn't need. AC compressors, rear trunk panels and carpet pieces and the spare tire kits, everything down to the user manual of your car. You can sell it on eBay and make money on it. We also did a 350Z rear subframe swap on his car, so I have the entire rear subframe that I can basically pull all of these pieces and parts off of and sell them on eBay. And as far as organizing parts, these were when I first moved in, so these bins are all just labeled 0 for right now, but I have a number system and a letter system I use. On your eBay ad, when you make it, you can go on there and put in a custom SKU, so you can basically go B dash 002 dash whatever number or letter system you want to use, you can just label each part. So when you sell a part, it pops up on the ad and you know exactly where it is, where to grab it, and you have the number on the part so you don't get things mixed up. I have all the shelving with the lettering on it. I have different bins. I bought all these milk crates for like $50 off a lady in Orlando. So you can get like these little milk crate bins to organize things. I also have floor, which is I label as FA, meaning if I have a part, I can put FA and then the number on it. And I know it's just sitting right here on the floor. So that's another way that you can organize things. There's several ways you can organize things for eBay. If you don't have a ton of parts, you can generally just throw them like in a little pile in your garage and you should be fine. Now, boxes. I've gotten all of my boxes for free. I haven't paid for a single box or piece of shipping material since I've been doing this for a few months. Drive around your neighborhood, get boxes, ask your neighbors. People get boxes every day and most of them get thrown out. So it's kind of silly to go spend a ton of money on boxes when you can just ask people and you will get boxes for free. Now, if you're shipping with USPS, all of those boxes right there are all brand new USPS boxes. I even have like the padded envelopes and all of that stuff. All you have to do for that is go on USPS.com, make an account. And once you make an account, you can go onto like their products, items that they have for sale. They're not actually for sale. It's all free. You have to use them to ship with USPS only, but they'll send you all of that stuff for free. Now, I need to paint this table white. My buddy Nick built this whole thing for me while I was out in Colorado, so shout out to him. It's super nice. I recommend good lighting, hang up some lights, get a good area to take pictures. Anything that you see wrong with the part, like the whole top part of this is faded, the sticker's peeling off a little bit. Overall, like the bottom piece is pretty good condition. The top piece is faded. So this is the like steering column cover from a Mark III Toyota Supra. These sell for anywhere from $60 to $100. So I'll probably list this one on the lower end because it's a little faded, but every single piece of plastic and every single part is worth something to someone. And we've got like a little headlight switch, the dimmer switch piece for a S13 240SX. I always try to test all of my items when I can and make sure that they're functioning. I don't want to sell somebody a crappy part. This button feels fine. If I were to click it and it felt all gummed up and gooey and crappy, I'd probably just throw this thing away. They're maybe like $25 for one of these. So even if I did sell this, I'd make, I don't know, $10 to $15. But if I doubted this part, I would just chuck it because I don't want to sell something that's crappy to try to make $12 and have to deal with that. And when you're doing pictures of items, like these are the little numbers I put on all of my parts, by the way, that I was talking about over there. I just do a V0 and a number. But all of these little items, you want to make sure you get usually a minimum like 6 pictures, depending what it is. Like something like this, you could do like 6 pictures of it and it would be fine. Something like this, you want to show the front, each side of each part. You want to show the back, the top, the bottom, basically all around. You can list like up to 24 pictures. The more pictures, the better. And like I was just saying, make sure if there's any issues with the part, make sure you just list that in the ad. Because if you sell something to someone on eBay and there's not something that was in the description, even if you have no returns on, the buyer can still go on there and say, hey, I got this part. He told me it was in perfect condition, and as you can see, like this part is a little faded, so he could get it if I don't say anything about it, and he could go, this part's faded, I don't want it, and he could return it, and then you lose money on shipping and things like that. So you just have to be a little cautious. So if you're building a drift car, again, if you're pulling out the entire interior and you're taking off unnecessary parts, especially like EGR valves, catalytic converters, things like that, sell them on eBay. You can pay $2,500, $3,000 for a car, and if you list all the parts that you take off of the vehicle, you can make sometimes half of your money back, if not more, just by taking off the parts and selling them on eBay to someone else. I almost just fell. Another great thing to do is if you blow up an engine, this engine has a hole in the side of the block, you buy a whole new engine to put it in the car, and now you've just got an engine sitting there. I just sold the front little cam sensor pieces for $280, I believe. It was like $280 or $260, whatever it was. It was like, I profited like $250 on it. And that's only 2 pieces off the engine. If I pull all of these other parts off, which I'm gonna do, you could basically part out an engine to buy a brand new engine. So don't just go scrap your blown up engine. Take it apart, clean the parts, and sell it on eBay. Now, going on to cleaning parts, as I just mentioned, cleaning stuff and selling it on eBay, you want to clean the parts, right? You don't want to go grab a can of spray paint and spray paint a bunch of stuff that's crappy and make it look good, because if you try to do that and you sell it to somebody, for example, I buy windshield wipers for a 93 Supra, and I just spray painted them black. It makes it look good in the pictures, but when I get the item, I realize, oh, this is an OEM part, but it's been spray painted. He didn't say that in the ad. You now have to give that person their money back because you sold them something that wasn't described as, spray painted wipers. Now, you can do that, but it's usually better to just leave the part in the original condition, clean it up a little bit, wipe it off, whatever. You don't want to go try to hide imperfections when you're selling things. People will still buy parts with imperfections on them, by the way. It doesn't need to be a mint condition part, especially if it's something that is hard to find. So I'm going to loop back around real quick to shipping. When you sell an item, I do all of the shipping through eBay. I basically take the part, put it in a box. If you can't figure out how to pack a part in a box, Lord help you, because it's not that complicated. You wrap it up, you make sure it's not crammed in a box, you make sure it's safe, you put it in a box. So once you have the item in the box, you're gonna wanna get one of these scales. This is like a Think scale. I bought it on Amazon, it was super cheap, holds up to 150 or 200 pounds. I actually stand on it to weigh myself sometimes, so it works really well, but you need to weigh your item. Now, the stuff on eBay, right? Come on. So on eBay, whenever you sold something, you can go over here and then you go to the selling tab and it'll show you when your item sold. The cool thing is you don't need to pay for shipping out of your own pocket. If you do purchase label on eBay, it will actually just deduct the shipping label cost from the sale of the item. So you don't have to pull out your card and go pay for shipping and then wait to get the money back. It'll just deduct it directly from the eBay sale. This one also might have been a given, but you need a measuring tape to measure the boxes. So that's pretty much the basic rundown of selling car parts on eBay. It's really not that hard. And like I said, you can go and take all of those parts that are just sitting around in your garage doing nothing and go make some extra cash to put it towards your race car. Now, before I finish, there's one last thing. You can't sell airbags. You can't sell aftermarket ECUs. You can't sell emissions, delete devices, and things like that. So there's a list on eBay. Just go check that list out. Most things you're totally good to sell. So go take all that S13 stuff you've had sitting in your garage for 5 years that you're never going to use, list it up on eBay, sell it, and finish your race car. If you want more videos like this too, by the way, let me know down in the comments. Just starting my YouTube channel, so like and subscribe or whatever else. You can honestly do whatever you want. I hope this video helped you out. Everybody have a good day. Peace.